Well, we are getting news that Team of the Season Live is probably going to be the biggest TOTS promo ever in terms of just the sheer amount of players that are going to be in the team, and a lot more player leaks to talk about as well that we did not see yesterday. And also, YouTube was having trouble tracking views yesterday, so if you could leave a like on the video, it would just help me a lot to know if you guys actually are enjoying the content or whatever. And also, we got some new throwback kits today. I want to talk about this because this Real Madrid 2013-14 kit just sends me back so much. It was a decade ago, by the way. That Sergio Ramos headed goal against Atletico was a decade ago, which makes me feel like I'm 40. And also, we got a Man City 1999 throwback kit, and we know damn well City fans don't know what that looks like because they're all less than 18 years old. No, I'm just trolling. I am just trolling. But Team of the Season warm-up continues at the moment, and we're kind of getting player SBCs as time goes on right now. We finally got another flashback. I was complaining about this for a while, honestly, that we haven't had a flashback since Team of the Year. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. And we finally get one, and it's Florenzi. I guess they couldn't really think of somebody to give a flashback card to, so they just said fuck it and they chose Florenzi. But player selection aside, the card looks very good. He's high work rates. He's got really, he's got, I think, one of the most in-game stats for a card right now. Yeah, here are the leaders of total in-game stats: Putellas, Hullet, Pirlo, Bompastor, Majri, Rolfo Zidane, and Florenzi comes in pretty high on that list. He's at 25.85, and I think the highest is at 26.44. Yeah. So coming in at 132, it's a great deal. I'll be honest with you, I think it is a great deal. The play styles are good. Anticipate is great, but it's like a midfielder's a little bit not quite as good. And then ping pass is just kind of solid, and it's not anything too crazy. But yeah, this is a Team of the Season level card, so I'm less kind of inclined to say don't complete this one because this is kind of Team of the Season level, to be honest with you. And if you got Serie A links in your team, then I don't mind doing this one, even though most SBCs I do kind of want to stay away from at the moment. And also for our Prem Team of the Season pack opening, I'm doing the A310 3 times a day right now. The 8211, I'm going to do it every single day. Every upgrade pack that comes out, I'm just going to spend coins right now to complete it, even if it's not totally worth it. I don't really think the 8211 is very worth it, but I'm just going to do everything for the pack opening. That will be live on Twitch and YouTube on the first Prem TOTS day. And also the exchanges expire in 4 days, by the way, so I'm not sure if they're gonna re-up these or not. This is the Team of the Season initial date where these are supposed to go away. Remember last time they expired, they actually came back immediately, so I don't know if that'll happen again or if we're gonna see maybe a 90 and then 91 exchange as well. But I'm going to, before these exchanges expire, I think I have 25 or 30 89 plus exchanges right now in the club that I can throw in. I've got Courtois, 91 Drogba I'll throw in. I've got, De Bruyne, Xabi Alonso, Xavi, the list goes on and on. I'm literally going to put, I think I'm gonna have 30 of the 50 players packs for the Prem TOTS pack opening on the first day of that. But okay, let's begin with some more Team of the Season live player leaks right now. Szoboszlai has been leaked, and we once again do not know if it's performance based or not. We don't know, but there are a lot of players leaked, and we'll go and talk about that here more in just one sec. But the play styles as well here also not confirmed. They're just predictions. Another big name is Ruben Loftus-Cheek will be in the team as well, and he's kind of a big name because that card he got earlier this year was actually so good. I remember playing against it from time to time, and I was like, why is he dominating the midfield like this? Because his defending stats, I think, weren't actually that crazy. Yeah, they weren't. It was an 81 defending, but I don't think he had any, yeah, he had 76 interceptions there. But this card was amazing, and I think that obviously a better version is I'm sure with 3 playstyle pluses as well, considering this one had none, is going to be pretty sick. And if you can't tell as well, my voice is gone, so I apologize if my voice sounds like I was, let's not say that on this video. All cards leaked for TOTS Live so far. There will be at least 11 more players here, and we've got a shit ton on the screen. We've seen most of these, but a couple of these we've not seen yet. We got Christian Romero there. Okay, we saw Modric and Fernandez yesterday. Klaus is in there, which is pretty cool. Doku we saw. Kai Havertz we saw. Kudus, Vasquez, Bisek, who's actually a beast in this game as well. Loftus-Cheek, John McGinn. The bottom row, we've got Mikel Merino, Rafinha, Szoboszlai, St. Max, Bayer. I've never even seen that guy before, actually. I might not know. Ball Hincapié, Gabri Viega, Zaha, Otamendi, and Robinson. And then 11 more players apparently are getting in here. And he does say in the replies, 11 more, question mark. He says, yes, but not big names. And he does confirm it's going to be this Friday, the 19th. And he also says here there's 2 Real Madrid cards, which usually for upgradable promo teams, you wouldn't see that. So he's expecting maybe Vasquez or Modric to be an SBC. And the stats are obviously predicted, so I won't like show you the stats too much here. But I would guess Modric will be in the team, and a Vasquez SBC is probably a lot more likely. But 11 more players. This is why I was saying with the market, you know, the market's been kind of rebounding like over the last couple days here. I was like, I don't buy into it, because if we're going to get 11 more players after that whole image we just saw there, this market will be cooked. The reason it will be cooked is because there's just too many damn cards that are getting released. They're not all going to be super expensive. They're just not going to be. So there's going to be at least some cheap 3 playstyle plus cards that will be released if there will actually be 11 more. So this tells me that, yeah, this market is not going to stay up, and it's not staying up even right now. I mean, it's already dropping back down again, but that little peak we saw where people kind of like, hey, people, you know, the market's actually not going to fall because everything's cheap already. And I can understand kind of like where that was coming from a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, 3 playstyle plus cards are gonna just be the best in the game. Some of them will be so in demand that any 3 playstyle plus card that comes out that's cheap is gonna be causing some other market drops in other areas. So, and to remind you guys as well, you should have a lot of confidence in cards getting upgrades too. They're 2 pretty easy upgrades to get if they're playing for like a pretty decent club. So the card already will probably look pretty damn good, and then it can get 2 more upgrades very, very quickly. If they happen to win 2 games, they're gonna get another upgrade in really just like a week, and the 8 goals could happen even in the next week after that. So the upgrades are pretty doable for a lot of these cards. And also randomly, an interesting side note here is that the most used special card all year this year was this Luka Modric card. And it's kind of interesting because I wouldn't have expected that, to be honest with you. I know it can't count SBCs, so it's going to be a tradable card in the market. But this to me just shows you that people are not giving a shit anymore about tradable cards and tradable teams, because this Modric I played against a fair amount when it was like in the power curve, but nothing too insane. And this is, according to Flippin, the most used tradable special card this year. I'm sure just like think about how that stacks up compared to just all special cards, SBCs even, right? Would this make the top 15 if it included SBCs as well? I don't know. It just shows you that, you know, how much things have changed from where they used to be. It used to be just you want to get coins, you trade to get coins, get tradable cards for your team, and coins were like the most important thing. Now it's like just getting high rated cards to do SBCs. That's what the most important thing nowadays. And just funny how much things really have changed. Also, Bayer Leverkusen just won the league, right? And remember back in FIFA 16 we saw a full hero squad for Leicester City, and here are all the team of the season cards in there too, like a full hero squad. I understand this is not the same level Leverkusen win the league as Leicester City, obviously not, but just remember when we got like little things like this that just felt, I don't know, so connected to real life. When something happened in real life, it just felt like it mattered in FIFA 2, and it kept tying the 2 things together, and I think that kept the game going longer. It just feels like we don't get, even though I understand, like when you see this, it's just like, okay, the cards themselves aren't even good. They're pretty much all discard. They virtually mean nothing, but they're just like special cards just thrown into packs that obviously are 10k discard, right? And EA nowadays, because back then seeing cards that were like this Dyer was actually like, he would have been semi-usable. That's not like that anymore. There's ways they can make it semi-usable and not have them be just like cracked cards. And I'm not saying I have all the right answers to this, but just more things like this that are tied that kind of just seem little at the time of release, but they just keep things so connected to real life, and I wish they would do that more often. And the way they kind of have done that recently feels like live cards, right? You know, road to the finals, road to the knockouts. You got new team season live cards. You've got all different types of live cards that connect things to real life, but not based on, it feels like, randomness. Does that make sense? You don't have somebody scoring a crazy goal in real life that kind of comes out of nowhere, then gets a special card in FIFA. You don't see somebody get a 4-goal day and then get a man of the match card anymore and say a cup final. You don't see that type of stuff anymore. It feels like everything is very planned out in advance, and it just doesn't feel as tight as it used to be. I might be totally talking out my ass here, but it doesn't feel like how it used to feel in FIFA 15, 16, 17, 18, even 19, when man of the match cards happened a lot. And I wish we got more man of the match cards. But I was also seeing a lot of comments talking about 89 rated fodder cards, because people wanted to invest in them at 22,000 coins. And apparently a lot of people are investing in them, like even traders and stuff like that are talking about, yeah, 89 rated cards are becoming a good investment, and even 90 rated cards too. And honestly, maybe I'm in the minority here, and this might come to bite me straight up my ass, but I'm not interested in high-rated fodder. I'm not at all. I think that seeing if we actually get that many team of the season live cards, that tells me that for team of the season itself, we are going to get so many players in these teams that every high rating is going to have so many more cards. Now, where I can see the argument slightly is it's pretty rare for a live card to be fodder price, because obviously if it's fodder price at that rating, it's guaranteed to go up and be an easy investment if they got an upgrade or two, right? So that's an argument I could see, but if we happen to get 30 of them, I think some will be discarded. And that's kind of where I think that I struggle to see a huge amount of profit on like the high rated stuff. And to be fair, low rated stuff hasn't really done that much either. So I kind of can see why people will be not too inclined to invest in low rated, but I'd rather invest in low rated myself. 83s to 85s. I know 83s have not gone up in a couple months now, but that kind of happened last year. And all of a sudden they ended up being 1500 coins for throughout like the last month or two of the year. And 84s and 85s also were up higher than this. So that's where I'd probably keep it at. I don't blame you if you want to do high rated fodder stuff and just see, because your profit margins are higher with high rated stuff, right? So I don't blame you, but I probably wouldn't do it myself. Thunder Lips says, I saved 50 packs already. Should I open them next Friday, or can I open the packs 2 weeks later when TOTS Premier League start S? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, first of all, you can do whatever you want to. But I will say to this though, is I get questions like this pretty often, like, hey, should I open them for this? Should I open them for this? And really what you should do is whatever you're gonna have the most fun doing, I would do that. At this point in the year, you know, pack saving is a little bit different in October, November, December, when upgrades to your team can be like more easily done. Right now, it's tough to upgrade your team a lot. I feel like for most people out there, it's tough to upgrade your team. So at this point, it's like, why not just save and then open for the squad that you're gonna have the most fun opening for? That's kind of what my thought process behind it is. That's why I'm doing it for the Premier League. So if you're gonna have more fun for the live or more fun for the Premier League, you know, just weigh the options basically, and that's what you should choose. Because at the end of the day, FIFA should be about fun, even though I think many people struggle with doing that a lot because the game is kind of shit. But Anton says, I'm from Saudi Arabia. I do not know why St. Max got a card. He scored 4 goals in 26 league matches. He is playing so bad. Keep going, enjoying the videos. Thank you for the kind words, but it does seem like these are not performance based, and it does seem like maybe they're just like the fantasy cards. Ayal says it just seems like they're not based off IRL performances. So don't, put the pitchforks away for now. At Pixel Luigi says, let's be real here. We are excited for TOTS, but how packable are these cards going to be? If Team of the Year was bad, how will cards with replay style pluses be? I don't think EA will make these packable at all, and we'll just want to make more money. And Team of the Year is almost never packable, so it's hard to compare Team of the Year to almost any other promo, because you almost never can pack Team of the Year cards. And Team of the Season in years past has usually been a lot more packable than Team of the Year, even the more expensive ones as well. And I do remember last year, though, there was kind of some outrage that Premier League Team of the Season was really hard to pack because they were all so good. So there are times where the really high-end cards are still not easy to pack. It's just slightly easier than Team of the Year, which, you know, you would judge on if that is like worthy of praise. I mean, they're still gonna be hard to pack, but they're not gonna be as hard as Team of the Year, in my opinion. And the lower end ones should be relatively easy to pack. And maybe that ends up, you know, like I said before, biting me in the ass. But I do feel like they're gonna make it so that TOTS with 30 cards in packs at a time should be fairly packable. Eric T says, if it makes you feel better, Champ's gameplay on the day TOTS starts will probably be more painful to endure than anything you've seen on Live Leak. And I laughed when I first read this comment, and the worst part is I don't think you're that wrong, honestly. Don't play Champs first day of TOTS. Please don't do it. And also, it was George's birthday yesterday, so you know what? Happy birthday to you, George. Hope you had the worst possible day imaginable. I hope you did. But I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Thanks, video very soon. Peace.